When I purchased this head and I got it delivered, the belt housing came with only 3 bolts, out of which only one was actually holding this onto the upper part of the head. These three, they are all different. Um, they are 5/16, but two of them are 5/16 UNF and one is 5/16 UNC. Now, none of these are fitting properly in these threads. The one that was attached was the 5/16 UNC, and I believe this is the right part that Bridgeport supplied with this. Now, all of these 6 are completely shattered. So there is no way I'm going to be able to put the original bolts here in the way that these threads are at the moment. I'm going to use M8 threaded inserts, M8 on the inside, M10 on the outside, um, to fix this damage. I'll give you a close-up on the bolts. This one is 5/16 UNF, 5/16 UNF, and this is 5/16 UNC. And they don't seem to fit whatsoever. Yeah, they are standard M10 by 1.5 on the outside and M8 by 1.25 on the inside. I think it'll be better if I go in smaller increments. Having now all the holes threaded to M10 and nicely cleaned, ready for the threaded inserts and the sealant to go in, I will first do a dry run. Yeah, it's all smooth. I'll just have to make sure that um, last time that they go in, it will have to be super precise and the edge of the threaded insert to be ever so slightly under this face to make sure this stays as flat as possible, and I'm not going to have any high spots here and there. I made this simple little insertion tool, which is just an M8 bolt in 2 nuts back to back, where this would screw in like so, and you use this entire thing to insert this into the hole. I was looking for a slightly wider screwdriver, but I don't have anything this wide, so I came up with this. And now I don't necessarily have to wait until the Loctite goes off so that it locks the insert in so that then I can pull the bolt out. I'll just loosen these nuts and unthread the whole thing. And that is now flushed with the surface. I should probably check that. Yeah. The good thing with this 542 Loctite is that uh, it takes a little while to go off. It's not as immediate as the green one. Usually, this anaerobic sealants, they rely on closing in the atmosphere between the threads to actually um, start to cure. It's time to see if everything fits as expected, just in case if I went a bit off center with this, or I don't know. Yeah, everything is lined up. Now these counter bores are not wide enough for an M8 socket cap bolt. And probably the easiest option is to put this in the lathe and shave off, I don't know, a mil overall. At the moment, this is it with the threaded inserts. We'll move on next to fitting the bearings. I have ended up not buying any ginormous circle pliers because I might not have any future use for them. But what I did on this crappy pair that I have, I just ground the tips and put the tiny dovetail across both of them to actually pinch and lock into the circlip. And let's see if this works. Man, I need two hands on this. Ooh, it did work. Wow, that was unexpected and really smooth. Oh, I guess I will just um, make sure it's all the way in when I preload the bearings with the castellated nut. Oh, another set that went in really nice and smooth. I guess I'll probably uh, not need the press. Smooth. Nice. Now this tab here is the one that aligns the best. And at this point, when the back gear is engaged, the pin is flushed with the brass fork. That took quite a bit of time. In theory, I would have needed another two hands or maybe a much better working surface. Lubrication wise, I will fill this with grease. I'm not gonna be using oil. Quite a deliberate amount. I'm using some acetone on a piece of rag to degrease this entire surface because I want to use Hylomar blue to seal this upper plate to the head just in case if the grease will splash around because of the centrifugal force. So just a quick wipe with acetone before I can move on to apply the Hylomar blue. And it's time to put this on. I don't really want to touch the Hylomar just yet because it's still a little bit rubbery. I have bought a replacement jam nut for the back gear pulley from Sorted Machinery Sales. I will have to use adjustable spanner because the biggest imperial spanner that I have it's 7/8, but this jam nut seems to be a size up from that. Hence, I'm using the adjustable spanner. This is a little too stiff, but it seems to go. It doesn't bind or anything. I will give it a bit of a wipe to now try and hold it in place with this so that I can tighten the nut. I don't have anything else. This is the only thing that I have at the moment. Oh, the other way around, dummy. Ugh. That's it. Should be good. Nice and smooth. Now I can only hope that this belt will actually stay here and is not going to try to jump out because I do not have this other flange. But I have three options. I can either 3D print one, buy the original, or get one laser cut. I guess between the laser cut one and the original, whichever one works out to be the cheapest option, I will just go with that. This is going to be difficult now. I wish I had 4 hands. This thing is not light at all. I need to take my hand out. Trying to juggle two belts and the weight of this is not very easy. M8 by 20, and I have turned the heads to 11.6 millimeters so that they can fit in the counterbores of the belt housing. And voila, it's all assembled. I am quite pleased with how it turned out. It has been quite tricky to assemble in some places, but it's well worth the effort. After all the cleaning, repainting, changing all the bearings, I can finally say this is fully finished and probably as solid as in the day when it's being released from the factory. Having the head finished to a level where I can attach a motor to it and then put it on the mill, this is the last episode from this head rebuild series. In the next video, I will start making the bracket that will aid with attaching this to my Harrison mill. And when the time comes to attach the motor to this, I will also modify the pulley that I got from the seller to match the motor shaft diameter and mounting system. That's me done for today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.